Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to World Sim League Racing. It is you one. It is Reaper Dude doing the comms again tonight. Hope you're all doing absolutely fantastically. We are here tonight at Austria. And tonight we have sprint and a feature race. Will be two qualies. So yeah, looking forward to some good racing and stuff like that. Give me a second. Let's bring up the standings for this season so far. We have Axim out in first with 115 points. The Sim Racer in second with 109, just 6 points separating the two. So there's a nice close battle between them. Oh, hang on. Why have I got the wrong thing? My bad. No sprint. There is no sprint tonight, guys. My bad. Sprint is no sprint. Okay. Let me just update this and then we'll get straight back to it. There we go. JDM Josh in third with 64 points. Freddie Saint, his teammate, which is JDM Panda, with 59, just 5 points separating those two. Sales, who's missed the last 3 Grand Prix and is missing this one as well, is slipping down the order. He is now currently in 5th. Sorry, I can hear my own voice. Kevin Cow is in 6th. BMA Hoagie is in 7th, Moose is in 8th, Zen is in 9th, Fabio Fred is in 10th, Magster is in 11th, Freedom Scott, who unfortunately is missing this race as well, has slipped down the order into 12th. G-Dan is climbing the order. He is actually racing tonight. He is in 13th currently. Squirrel, who is on his second race with us tonight, had a great start last week. He finished 4th. He is 14th. Police King, 15th, Assassin Savage, 16th, Matrix, 17th, and Nick in 18th. Abby in 19th, he's had a couple of races with us. Doctor, who has left the server, he's in 20th. Liminen is in 21st. Harry Hen is in 22nd, Brad 23rd, and Flyfear having his first race with us tonight. He is in 24th. Oh, you're not being my post, right? Just trying to get one of the guys in here. Let's see if we can find him. So yes, it's actually no sprint. It was my bad. I read the wrong thing. So yeah, it's just feature race tonight. The next sprint isn't until Qatar, which is in 2 weeks' time. So yes, constructors title is looking like Red Bull in first, Ferrari in second, just 2 points behind. Aston Martin in third with 123 points. So getting rather close between those three. Then a little further back, we got the RB Visa, Mercedes, McLaren, Williams, Alpine, Haas, and then Kick Sauber. So just waiting on one more guy. I think he's just restarting his game because he's having a few issues. Just making sure he's not there at the moment. Oh, some of these people can come off because they don't race with us anymore. Soundtrack for this is pretty good tonight. Good thing is, unlike last week, there won't be quite so many track limits because this one's much better than Imola, which we were at last week, which I think it was all but 2 or 3 ended up with track limits. So hopefully with this one, it should be a bit better. Usually, Austria is plagued with some sort of rain throughout the year. I don't know whether we'll be getting some today. I will find out. That was the wrong thing. There's fly fear in. So we're trying to get in. Okay. Okay, it would appear everyone's here and we are good to go. 15 drivers for the evening. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Brilliant. We have everyone in tonight that's going to be racing. What's this? Yeah, you can do that. So it looks like we're starting with quali on a nice sunny day. Let's see if, sorry, I forgot to have you. Hey Alex, I'm doing good, mate. How are you? One thing I was meant to do, hey girl, I completely forgot about. My apologies, guys. Just stops everyone hearing my voice in the game. Whether all drive, any chance of rain. Okay, so let's get this started. That up, that up, that up, and that one. There we go. We are good to go, people. Thank you. Sorry, my cat's wanting attention because she's a... There we go. So who's the first one out? Ooh, so close for all. So, what have we got? So we've got the house and the squirrel out first. So I don't like how big all this is on the screen. I want it smaller. So that, you know, you lot can see more. So we got Squirrel, we got Fear, Josh, and Osmingo, all out. Looks like Zen has joined the party as well. So let's jump on board with Squirrel because he's the first out, so likely to be the first across the line to start his flying lap. A little bit of lock up into turn 4 there. There he is, that's Squirrel even. So down through the last 2 corners, keeping it nice and tidy, good amount of curve, flat out, everything going, and we start his flying lap. So coming through, up over the first corner, little bit of a, not quite sure what that was. He's heading up the road, straight up to turn 3. Nice and late on the brakes. Maybe a little bit of a squirrel on there. Downhill, towards turn 4. Late brake, no lock up there. Nice amount of curve, not too much, missing the gravel. Alright, down into 6 and 7. Ooh, got a little bit out of shape. Managed to keep it within the boundaries though, so that's good for him. Round the final 2 corners, Squirrel comes. Ooh! See, I don't know how people do that. Comes across the line, does a 104. Fly comes over. Oh, 104.685. 5 hundredths of a second. Zen just a little further behind there. Josh must have invalidated his time because he's come across and done nothing. Same with Osmingo. So Dan coming out the final 2 corners. What's he going to do? He does a 4.7. Where's Sim? Sim's about to come into the final 2 corners. It's between him and Axim that we're going to be watching this race today. Ooh, nicely done. Comes across the line. Okay, invalidated his lap. So did he. So, Nibbenen, whilst we missed that, done a 106.1. Panda done a 105.4. And so yeah, Josh is going slowly. Ostmingo, what are you doing? Let's go around the final couple of corners. Low on fuel, very low on fuel. Keeps it within the lines. Comes across the line, does a 104.493. Currently the fastest on the grid. Kev's just doing an outlap. So Axon's invalidated. Sim is on a flying lap, so let's see how he's doing. Fastest in the second sector, but you can't always trust that because sometimes the game tells you it is, even though it isn't. But going by Alex, it probably is. Good exit on the final corner there. Comes across the line, does a 103.8. The first driver to hit the threes. Why does that not surprise me? So, let's jump on board with Axon. JDM Josh has done a 124.7, so he's definitely had some issues there. So he'll be on flying that roundabout now. But he's a little bit further up this track, so let's watch him. As he comes through the second sector, he is 18 seconds up on his time. Apparently, I've just been told by the weather forecastman that there's rain in the race. So is Josh going to be able to... Yeah, he's staying out. Don't forget, guys, this race, stay within the pit line when you're going to pit. Don't come out and in. Greatly improved on 105.6, just slower than his teammate. Around the final two corners, Axon comes. Let's see what he's going to pull off. Always close between him and Sim. Ooh, 104.7. Did he have some issues somewhere? Let's jump on board with Kev a minute. Apparently fastest in the second sector. Around the final quarter, takes a little bit different to everyone else. Goes third with a 104.5, ever so slightly slower than Osmingo, but that's very impressive regardless. He's down by a second on his previous time, so I don't think he's going on a flyer. Josh is currently 2 seconds slower than his previous time. So Brad and Fabio are the only two that haven't set a lap at the moment. Fabio is currently on his lap. Is Sim going to improve on his time? Crosses the line. No. So we've still got 10 minutes remaining of the lap. Qualify. Gets a good drive out of turn one there. Wow. Looks like that Alpine just got out of the way of Fabio there. Down the hill into turn four. Ooh, a little bit of a lock up there. Not quite sure with this game sometimes. Down the hill. There's a 45.9. That was a little slower in the top three, but that's all good. Sim finally comes into the pit, so he's happy with what he's done currently. Decent exit. What does he come across the line as? He does a 106. So Squirrel's invalidated his lap. Looks like that could be... No, it's not who I thought it was. Who's the other Alpine man? Zen. Let's see how Zen's doing. He's up by 0.08 of a second. A little bit of snap, up by a 10th. Apparently the quickest for the second sector. So stay on board with him, see how he finishes. Decent exit out of the final corner. Comes across the line, goes third with a 104.4, 0.2 of a second better than his previous. That is quite impressive. He's 0.002 of a second slower than Osmingo. Skrill about to start his. Where's Osmingo? Osmingo's a little further up. He's 0.06 of a second down on his current lap. A little bit of a lock up in the turn 1 there, turn 4 even. Now the car ahead, is he doing a lap or is he in the way? It's the Williams. Gets out the way. Osmingo currently fastest in the second sector. He's got 0.6 of a second to pull on Sim. Has an excellent drive out of the final corner, a little bit of a slide, but comes across the line, does a 4.3. He's a 10th up on his previous time. Squirrel coming up over the hill into the final 2 corners. Showed impressive pace in the... Oh, invalidates on the final turn, just gets a little bit out of white line. Let's see how Dan does. Ooh, that was someone ghosting. That was a Red Bull. Can't have been a Red Bull. Could have been RB Visa. Ooh, Dan getting a little bit out of shape there. He's going to check something. Oh, he's not having a good time there. Jump back onto Dan. Up over the hill. Down into the final 2 corners. These ones, if you get right, just sit perfect. Oh, he's coming into the pits. So Fly is improving. Lock up into turn 4 ever so slightly. Not sure. Oh, apparently Kev's in the pits, but you know, I'm seeing him on screen. So he's 700s up. 0.14 into sector 2. We're going to jump on Sim in a minute, who's just about to start a lap. Oh, way too much to the cut there. Sim is 0.03 of a second quicker than his previous lap. Let's see what you can do into sector 2. Ooh, 3 seconds down. So Axon is up into second, which we missed. He's done a 4.0. Currently slower on his next lap. Zen goes massively wide. That's a different way around. Now apparently he's still there. JDM is 0.3 faster on his previous lap. No, 0.03 faster on his previous lap. So currently we only have 4 people out on the track. Okay, so Max ever so slightly down on her previous time. Sim was slow as well. So Max doesn't improve. Sim up to the top of the hill. Oh, little bit of a lock up. Sorry guys, I'm just having to invite someone. So, Sim coming into Sector 2. How much did that little lock up in the rear end? Ooh, 2 seconds. So Brad comes across the line, which we missed. I didn't realise he was on the fly, my bad, guys. He's currently on a 107.9. Mags is ever so slightly down, 0.3. Let's see what Squirrel could do. Showed impressive pace last week. 0.2 up currently. Now we'll put him into the top 3 potentially. Round the final corner. Oh, cuts too much of it on the insides. Got enough time to get another one if he wants. Right, so we got Zen, Lipman. Ooh. That's an impeachment of a flying lap there. That's not good. So Zen at the top of the hill. Heading towards turn 4. How much can Zen improve by? A 0.002 of a second. Not using any of his ERS though. So it doesn't improve. Squirrel about to do a final lap. Lipman. Oh, not sure if he got a little out of. Ooh. Comes across the line. Doesn't improve. 12 seconds down. Ooh. That wasn't a reset. That's the game. So what's Fabio going to do into Sector 2? He's 1.4 down. Dan is 0.025 up. Oh, he's down in Sector 2 ever so slightly. Can he improve it into Sector 3? And he doesn't, unfortunately, but he can go for potentially go for another one. Here we got Squirrel comes across the line, does a 104.685. Ever so slightly so. That looks like Sim is on a flyer, so let's jump on with him. Where's Axim? Axim is a little further up the road, so let's stay with him. And we'll see how the comparison goes. So Kev's going to be staying where he is. So is Lippmann, Abi. Oh, Osmingo go. No, Fearfly goes up to 3rd. Does a 104.2. Oh, it looks like. Nope. He's going to back out of it. He's happy with 2nd. Let's see what Sim's going to do. Does he really put the hammer down? Yes, he does. He's 0.3 up in Sector 2. So Axel is retired from the race. I hope that Aston Martin doesn't impede on Sim here, although he can use the DRS. And he does improve. He goes to 103.5. The Aston Martin doesn't seem to improve. Josh coming across the line, but he's invalidated his lap. So, that is the grid, guys. Sim Racer takes pole position by 0.5 tenth. Axum takes second. Flyfear takes third, his first race with us. Osmingo taking fourth. Zen taking fifth. Kevin Cowell taking sixth after a problem with the lobby. Squirrel taking seventh. Dan taking eighth. Panda ninth. Josh 10th. Lipman 11th. Avi 12th. Fabio 13th. Major 14th. And Brad in 15th. So great qualifying by all. So there it is, guys, by nearly 0.5 second, sorry. Sim Racer is out in pole. So yeah, Sim Racer, Axim, Flyfear, top three. Flyfear being his guy ahead of me, slowed down crazy. Oh, so we have a bit of rain. How is this going to play out for the race? So everyone seems to be, am I seeing this correct? Everyone is still on dry tyres currently. Let's turn that on. So, Sim has gone for mediums, Axum has gone for hards, and Flyfear, has also gone for mediums. So hards is Axum, Osmingo, Kev, Squirrel, Liminon, Avi, Fabio, Magster, and Brad. Everyone else is going the opposite way. So we'll see how this rain turns out. It might not stay forever, looking at the way everyone has gone for the tyre choice. But we will see how this plays out. Could be very, very interesting. So, everyone is going to be lining up on grid overseas shortly. And then we are going to... Of course you're going to give me this. Oh! Panda is disqualified. Obviously not hit the grid properly. It is not going to give me a decent camera for the start. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go here at Austria. Decent start there by Flyfear. Everyone seems to be getting through turn 1 nicely. Yes, no issues there. So Zen is up into 5th. Squirrel up into 5th. Zen down ever so slightly. Kevin losing out as well. Can we all get through turn 3 safely? Yes, Flyfear has lost a few positions there. Brad and Fabio find out. Magster up into 13th. Good start from her. So Kev back up into 5th, Dan up in 6th. Squirrel. Oh no, Flyfear is going down the grid. I wonder if he had a bit of a knock with someone and it just sent him off the track. So Osmingo up into 3rd. Everyone seems to be able to get through. So after lap 1, Sim is still out in front. Axim up into 2nd. Osmingo up into 3rd. Zen, Kev, Dan is up a few positions as well. And the majority of people seem to have come out alright. I think Fly's gone into pits to change his wing. Oh, Kevin Zen having a little bit of a scrap here. Dan's up into 5th. Squirrel up into 6th. Zen doesn't have any DRS, which seems to be the issue. But he could get it down into turn 4 as long as he gets a good exit out of here. It's a nice little fight going on between these guys, who are now like 2 seconds behind the front 3. Ooh, who's that going up into 3rd? Kev and Dan having a little bit of a battle here. I think they may have touched, is why Dan decided to ease off slightly, or did Kev have a better run out of turn 4? So Flies onto the intermediates. Let's see how this works out for him. So Sim Race has done a 1:12.3, which is significantly slower than what their quali times were. Ooh, Kev getting the better braking than what Dan... I know Dan got the better braking than what Kev did. All heading up towards turn 3. Dan up the inside, 3 wide into turn 4 is not a good shout to do, guys. Kev getting pushed to the outside there by Dan. Zen up into 6th ahead of Squirrel. These two are literally fighting it out down here. You can hear the wheels just spinning and nothing happened. So Abby and Panda having a little bit of a battle here as well. Zen and Squirrel. Ooh. Was that a little tap by Littman in there? Don't push Zen out wide. Good. So Sim Racer is flying away. Zen and Littman and just like battling out here. Kev now pulling a little bit of a gap on Dan. Osmingo doing well. He's up into 3rd and keeping up with Axin. It could be good for the title fight, having another one up there. But this gap that's created between Mingo and Kevin is just phenomenal now. There's like 5 seconds. Oh, Squirrel and Dan having a little bit of a battle there. Oh, Squirrel getting a little bit of a slide there. Is that the rain or is that a little bit of a lobby problem? Both DRS down into turn 4. Dan sticking to the inside. Squirrel getting just ahead into turn 5 and managing to keep it there. But going a little bit wide on the exit of it. Is that going to give Dan the opportunity to be able to stay on the inside? I think he may have been pushed onto the curb there. Which has made Dan have to pull out a little bit. So now there's a bit of a gap between Squirrel and Kev. However, let's watch this, because it looks like Sim has had a major problem somewhere, because he has lost 2 seconds out to Axin. So now we've got a 3-way fight between these guys. Axim up the inside of Sim into turn 3. Sim getting a much, much better exit than what Axon did out of that one. However, it's not the shortest of runs down to turn 4. All doing very well here. So Zen and Lipmanen. Oh no, what's happened? Looks like Zen is missing his front wing. Could that have been contact between these two? It's a safety car, which is going to play into the hands of a few of these guys. So Sim's going to come in. So someone else in the pits, looks like Dan. Oh, there's contact in the pit lane. Someone going in too hot when there's someone in front of them. Not paying attention. Alright, so it's a new front wing for Arby. Oh, and there's a double stack. So Zen's going to go onto hard tyres. Fly's also going onto hard tyres. Lipman's going onto Inters. Where did Sim come out? He's come out in 5th. He is currently sticking to his mediums, or a new set at least. So this is going to prove interesting because, well, yes, the mediums are obviously better, but this rain, oh, so it looks like there was contact between Zen and Lipmanen, which is unfortunate. So, Sim's coming for new tyres, so is Dan, so is Arby, so is Zen, but he has to change his wing. Lipmanen's come in, again, for a new set of tyres, because the rain does appear to have stopped. And also Fly came in for a new set of tyres as well, so it's going to be one more lap under the safety car, because Lipmanen is all the way back there. So I reckon one more lap under the safety car and then we'll be good to go. So Kev, now up to 3rd, Squirrel in 4th. So the top 5, if I was to be a betting man, will pull away from the rest of the field, because they do have a bit of pace. Dan will probably clear 10th, 9th and 8th in front of him before the end of the first lap, as long as there's no problems or any, contact throughout the field. Just be careful, guys, if you are listening. Be careful into turn 1 after the safety car restart. Please. Don't take any unnecessary dives that you don't need to. We're only in lap 8. So, I'm going to get safety cars in this lap. Yes, it is. There we go. Now, Axim controls the pace of the grid. Now, the only problem with this is the safety car is really slow. So, of course, he's got to hold it up quite considerably to allow that to get down the hill and into the pit lane so that he doesn't get caught out. And it can be quite hard here. Peter's not doing too bad so far. He's keeping his tyres warm. Slowing it up just nicely. And he's gone. Ooh! Osmingo got a little bit out of hand going into the final corner there. Giving Kel even up into. Ooh! That was a lock up by Sim there. That's now putting down to 6th. Comes out back on track safely enough. So Kevin and Squirrel fighting out up into turn 3. Squirrel now up into 3rd. Ooh, everyone's just slowing down so much into that one. Ooh, Sim's managed to get past 2 people. Is he going to make it? Oh man, that is a move and a half. Just putting your nose there and then managing to keep it there and go through the entire corner. So Zen and Fly here battling out here. Zen's got more damage. Fly, you have to give space on a corner. So where have we got? Fabio is in front of his teammate of Dan here. Sim all over the back of Mingo here, and Axim has got. Oh, hang on, no, there he goes. There goes Sim. Oh, a little bit of a touch there. I'm wondering if he accidentally got that wrong. It's like Sim. So the top 5 are as predicted, as I thought it would come out after the safety car. Oh, Fabio is going down the grid a bit. Not too badly. Dan up into 9th, not quite where I expected him to be, but he's getting there. Still in the points. So now there's the second gap that's been created between top 5 and 6. Thought there would be. Mingo has now slipped to over a second behind Sim Racer. Sim Racer is really going for this one. Axim, oh, Sim Racer sets fastest lap 5.9. Wow, that's literally nearly 2 seconds quicker than what Mingo Axim done it at. So let's watch this one. Catching, goes for the outsides. And he's in front by the exit of the corner. Who's got the DRS? That's going to be Axim going down into turn 4. Fabio and Beer have changed positions. It's going to be an amazing battle between these two again. Right, let's watch these 3. So Squirrel and Mengo having a good old battle here. Kev's not that far behind. And you got JD and Josh and Panda having their own little scrap. Looks like Dan's closing in on that one, so it could be a 3-way there, bringing RB along at the same time. Osmingo gets the 3-second penalty for track limits. Can be easily done here, unfortunately. So Sim Racer is setting another fastest lap of a 105.8, 1/10 quicker than the last one. So let's watch this fight. We've got a 3-way fight, 4-way fight here. The only problem is there's a bit of a DRS train. So, Mingo loses out to Squirrel at turn 3. Sim is gone. That's not a bad camera angle, actually. Ooh! Little bit of a snap on the rear axle there. He's not lost Mingo though. So, Dan has overtaken both the Aston Martins. And it looks like Arby is trying to follow along. This is going to be a nice little fight between this lot. We'll keep an eye on the Mingo and Squirrel fight. In fact, good little fight up there. Ooh, nicely done by those two. Still all 4 wheels on the track. Oh no. Trying to keep between like 2 lots of battles here. So Dan remaining ahead. Oh no! Fear's gone. Another safety car. Now, was that contact or was that losing it after coming out of turn 3? So, Sim comes into the pits. I mean, how do people manage to do that? None of the hard runners are coming in, apart from Kev. Kev's coming in on hards. Dan staying out on the mediums. Kev coming in. Arby going through. Josh coming in. Panda coming in. Littleman coming in. Brad staying out. So some of the hard people staying out. Oh. Okay, so the reason for Flyfear's incident was apparently his pad broke. So Littman, ooh, not bad. Where are they? They're just coming out. Cool beans. So I'll probably be behind the safety car for a couple of laps. So Sim back down into 5th. He's going to be breathing down the neck of G down there. So, I'm going to guess that safety car will probably be in this lap. So the front 5 are probably going to absolutely launch themselves. Told you the safety car will be in this lap, what a guess. So, Axon to hold this grid up again. Squirrel, be careful. Can he get as good a launch as he did the first time round? I missed. Whoa! Wow, that was interesting. Squirrel and just not anticipating the speed of the race leader. Sim is right on the back of Dan here. Dan going for the outside, Sim down the inside, turn 3, brakes a lot later. And is already on the back of Osmingo. Has a look, but decides not to go for it. Ooh, there was a slight touch there. Everyone does different speeds for certain corners. Sim hanging around the outside. And is now on the back of Axum already. So I'll be being left behind by these four. DRS now enabled this lap. This is going to make everything very interesting up towards turn 3. Ooh, Dan going a little bit wide there. Wow. Up into first already. Osmingo down the inside of Axum there. Axum get much better launch out of turn 3. All of them got DRS. So Squirrel was served a 10-second penalty and is now out on mediums. Don't think they can run to the end of the race though. Dan and Osmingo are having a good old battle here. Sim's already a second and a half ahead of Axum. Osmingo's already a second behind. Nope, under a second now. He's got to stay within that second if he wants to have any chance of staying in front of Dan here, because Dan is literally sniffing at his gearbox. Sim's gone. It's 2.5 seconds up the road. Massive battle going on here in the midfield, so let's sit here and watch this. Brad's up into 7th, 8th, Sim's up into 7th, coming up to the top of the hill. Let's see how it goes on. Ooh, one of the Aston Martins goes wide there, allowing his teammate to pass him. All of them have DRS. Zen's the only one that doesn't. Thought the Panda was going to have a sniff down the inside there. Oh! Contact between the Williams of Fabio and the Kickstarter of Littman there. So let's go back up to these guys as they head on to start finish straight. Littman now has a 3-second penalty for track limits. Kev is catching Abi at a substantial rate. God, these three are so close and racing is so good. Sim's over 5 seconds up the road now. He's long gone. Looks like Kev's going to be overtaking Abi. Osmingo down the inside of Axum there. Gets a further 3-second penalty for cutting the corner. That'll be because of the inside. So Dan's going to get 3rd currently, down into turn 4. However, these two are going to be net 2 and 3 because of Mingo's penalties. I believe it's 6 seconds he now has. 1-1. Yes. So Mingo protecting the inside line there, but looks like he's going to be diving into the pits. Yes, he is. Dan is now left wide open for Axum with his DRS, but he's not going to launch it into turn 1. He's going to use it for a longer run up towards turn 3. So Zen, ooh, who's that going now? Ah, we got pit stops. Okay, so sorry guys. Axum did get the run on Dan, however the DRS is now going to change. This is slowly bringing Kev into the mix, and he's being pulled along RB at the same time. So Brad is in the pit. Skrill now really close to him. Skrill not having a good time this race, same as last week, which is unfortunate because he does have the pace. I think if he didn't have that contact with Axum just on the restart, he would have been okay. So Kev now has DRS as well. He's within the second mark of that. Pardon me. So let's see how this goes. Is Dan... Dan's taking the wise idea, not launching up into turn 1. Getting a good drive out of turn 2. He's going to go to the inside. Decides against it. So Josh and Panda changing positions. And again, and again. Dan down the inside of turn 4. RB's not doing too bad, settling for his 5th position currently. In fact, Dan and RB are doing alright actually. They're on 15 lap old mediums. I'll leave waiting for another safety car, which is potentially possible, just to move on to the softs or the last part of the race. Axum has a sniff, doesn't quite do it. Oh, Zen closing right in on these two. But Axum goes to the inside of turn 3. Such close battling by these guys. Is Dan going to get the run down to turn 4? Had a look, but decided against it for now. Zen up to 6th now, got past 2 Aston Martins. Great racing by these 3. Oh, looks like Kev got a bit out of line into the final corner. Give Dan a bit of breathing space on the run up to turn 3. Is he going to make the dive? No, he's not. Great racing by these guys. So Skrill is now up into 12th, and he's got a 12-second gap between him and Lippmann. Zen's dropped back down to 8th, so the 2 Aston Martins having a great run. On the run up to turn 3. Is Zen going to make it down? Nope. Okay. So let's stay on board with these guys, although Zen does get it done coming out of turn 4. Oh. The Ferrari is going to come in after 22 laps. Finally pit onto his mediums. Ooh. And now it's just down to these two. Can they create a big enough gap so that the tyres don't worry too much. Wow! Oh, see, Dan's got much more ERS than Kev. Kev just blasting some more of it. Dan just keeping on top of it. They are 12 seconds behind the race leader, who's just gone. So these three are still battling out as well. It's great racing by a lot of these guys tonight. Arby's just fallen back a little bit. I wonder if his tyres have got too much for him. Although the age of the tyres between these two is quite substantial. And Sim's already heading up towards turn 4 at this rate, and these guys are just Arby with a 3-second penalty, which now puts him on 3 seconds. So, but Josh is rapidly climbing on him. Sorry, I missed these two going up to turn 3. Kev getting a much better drive out of turn 3 than what Dan did in the first phase of it. Axel now up into 9th with his fresh tyres. He's now going to be chasing down Osmingo, who was in the hunt for the podium. Zen has now cleared... Oh, Brad with a 3-second penalty. Zen's now cleared the 2 Aston Martins. He's going to be hunting down his teammate. Is his teammate going to be playing it well and just letting him pass? Or is he going to make him fight for it? So they both have penalties. Panda and Josh changing positions again. Ooh, a little bit out of shape there by Kev. Abby goes in. So he's had enough of his tyres. 10 laps. I don't think Sauce will potentially go that long. Dan having a little buffer between him and Kev, but now we've got the second DRS going down into turn 4. Josh and Panda just changing positions one after the other, lap after lap, with Mingo not really closing the gap on them too well. $15 seconds, 16 seconds is now the gap between first and second. Is Dan going to come in? No. Seems to be managing his tyres okay. They're on 21 laps now. Kev's on 13. So there's an 8-lap difference, and he's not doing too bad. Let's have a look here. No, he's not going to make the lunge. Too far back. However, he's going to be much, much closer towards turn 4. Looks like Zen's going to keep that there. Down the inside? Yes, he is. Switches over. Now back to these two houses. Right, let's jump back to these two, because this is the battle of the race so far between these guys. However, Josh is really close to the back of Zen here as well. Around the outside goes Dan. Zen not going to bother fighting it because when you got DRS and everything, there's just no point. But Dan gets a much better drive out of turn 3 though. So Squirrel gets 3-second penalty. He's not having much luck today. So we got a 1, 2, 3, 4. Aston Martin's changed position again. Looks like Mingo and Axon are literally just joining the back of this fight. So we'll keep an eye on it all. Axon is literally crawling all over the back of Mingo here. Of course, Mingo with a 6-second penalty as well. Dan and Kev change position. Ooh! Dan comes in. What does he go on? What's betting he goes on softs? Yes, he does. So, this is the bit to watch now with this lot. I mean, Dan comes right out behind Mingo. No, he doesn't. Don't lie to me. Thank you. So, Axon got the jump on Mingo, and he's now going to be hunting down everyone else. Panda and Zen are having a nice little scrap here. I mean, this is just brilliant. Axon getting a job done on Josh. Just as I was watching his teammate trying to, you know, have a look, and he does have a look at Zen. And so does Axon. These are 2 positions in 1 corner. This is just an... Oh, is that a little coming together by those 3? This is just action-packed racing through this part of the race. Just these guys are doing tremendously well. Zen having a look around the outside of Mingo here. Oh, Mingo just closing the door. That was just evil. So Axon is now hunting down Kev. And he's doing it at a fast pace as well. Axon with a 3-second penalty now. Ooh, Zen getting a little bit out of shape going into the final, or going through the final corner. So it looks like Dan's not having much luck on these soft tyres. He's not really pulling in the gap very well to Josh. Doesn't... Oh, there's contact. I have no doubt we'll probably see that in the steward's room. Squirrel clears Arby. Ah, see, now Dan's starting to close in, but that's going to be after the contact between Zen and Mingo. So Panda can stay within the 3-second barrier of Axon. He can claim that 3rd position, which would be a good podium for the Aston Martins. But he's not... I don't think he's going to, because Axon does have some considerable pace. I could be wrong. Anything can happen between now and the end of the race. We still have 4 laps left. The fastest lap, I believe, still belongs to Sim. Dan also has a 3-second penalty now. Used to be one of my favourite tracks, this one. So Dan has cleared Zen, which I completely missed, my apologies, and he's now going to be hunting down the first Aston Martin of Josh. He's going to be getting a DRS off of Osmingo here on the run up to turn 1. So Sim is a full 27 seconds ahead of Kev. Dan's still not within that 1 second gap though. He is beginning to close it. Squirrel now up into 9th after clearing Fabio. Osmingo and Panda exchanging positions. Looks like he just done the shutting of the door on Mingo, like Mingo done earlier on to, I believe it was Zen. So Axon's cleared the 3 second gap of Panda, so the top 3 are pretty much set as they are now. Ooh, Josh getting a little bit out of shape. Panda now has a 3 second penalty, so Mingo doesn't need to worry about if he does it on track. However, Panda gets a little majorly out of shape in turn 1, that's allowing Mingo to get past. His teammates closing rapidly, and Dan is just sitting there now with his soft tyres. Axim rapidly closing on Kev here, but his tyres are 10 laps younger, so that's going to have a considerable advantage for him. So we're just going to watch this 4-way battle. Even though Axim is within the 1 second gap, Brad has a second 3 second penalty. So Pandas line up Mingo for start finish straight. Dan is literally right behind them now. Managed to pull a 3-4 second gap on Zen, who's not had the luckiest of races tonight. So Axim has cleared Kev. Is Dan going to take a move down the inside? He is. Much better drive out of turn 4. Turn 3 even. Still side by side. Right, Dan has cleared Josh. And has also cleared Mingo. And has also cleared... Ooh! Contact! That was unintentional contact there. Between Mingo and... I'm going to presume... it was Panda. I know it was one of them. So Dan has now got to clear Josh by 3 seconds if he wants to keep his 4th place. But that was highly unfortunate for Mingo getting caught there by the Aston Martin. Oh, 3 second pen for Zen. Yeah, the Aston Martin went ever so slightly wide, caught the gravel, and then just the car turned sideways. There wasn't much he could do. It was just an unfortunate thing. In course, depending on what camera angle you're using, depends on how much you can see. So, oh damn, I missed it. Sim Racer has taken the victory. I didn't realise it was a final lap. Osmingo is out. Did he just DNF somewhere? He DNF'd in the pits. This has just been action-packed racing the entire way through, and I completely forgot it was the final lap. Axon coming around the final corner, wide as anything, to take 2nd place. Unfortunately, doesn't get the 3 second on Kev, so Kev gets 2nd place. Dan taking 5th, Josh taking 4th, Panda taking 6th, Zen in 7th. Abby and Squirrel crossing the line, literally nose to tail. So Abby 8th, Squirrel 9th. So yes, what a race we had. Congratulations to Sim Racer for taking an epic victory. Very, very action-packed throughout the race. So I do apologise, the camera was all over the place, but there was so many battles going throughout the entire thing. Trying to keep up with it was literally impossible. So there we have it. Sim on top, Kevin second, and Axim in third, unfortunately, because of a 3-second penalty. But he done well to claw back to second. But yeah, so there we go. And the final standings, as you see, with the fastest lap as well, was the Sim Racer. Kevin Callan second, Axel in third, Josh in fourth, Dan in fifth, Panda in sixth, Zen in seventh, Abby in eighth, Squirrel in ninth, Fabio in 10th, Magster in 11th, 12th was Littman, 13th was Brad, Osmingo 14th, and then a DNF by Fly after a controller incident. But yeah, great racing overall, and yeah, I look forward to seeing you next week. We are heading to, let me double check for you, I think it's Las Vegas. Yes, it is. So yes, thank you for joining us, guys. Congratulations to the Sim once again. And like I said, I will see you next week, possibly next week, depends if CT's back. If he is, then he'll be commentating. If not, it will be myself. But yeah, have a good rest of your weekend, guys. Take care of yourselves. Thank you very much.